Marvel Comics, Marvel Universe, Series 1, Trading Cards, Impel 1990, Most Valuable Comics category, Fantastic Four since #1, publication date, November, 1961, original price, 10 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $2,650 near mint, cover credits, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, Dick Ayers, interior credits, writer, Stan Lee, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, uncredited, synopsis, in this, the story that began the Marvel Age of Comics, scientist Reed Richards, his fiancée Sue Storm, her brother Johnny Storm and test pilot Ben Grimm take off in Reed's specially designed rocket on an experimental space flight, but shortly after they reach outer space the craft is bombarded by cosmic rays. The out-of-control rocket crash lands on Earth where the four discover that, as a result of the rays, they now have superhuman powers. Reed Richards is now the elastic-bodied Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm is the Invisible Girl, Johnny Storm is the Human Torch, and Ben Grimm is the super-strong, rock-like thing. In their first battle, they save the entire surface world from the embittered ruler of the subterranean realm, the malevolent Mole Man. X-Men #1, publication date, September, 1963, original price, 12 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $990 near mint, cover credits, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, Sal Brodsky, interior credits, writer, Stan Lee, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, Paul Raymond, synopsis, an awesome danger threatens the future of mankind. Evil mutants. In response, Charles Xavier secretly forms the most unusual superhero team ever, the X-Men, at his own exclusive private school. Professor X, as he is known, recruits and trains the mutants known as Beast, Angel, Iceman, Cyclops and Marvel Girl for their roles as protectors of mankind. Their training is cut short when Magneto, the Mad Mutant Master of Magnetism, makes his first grab for world power. Magneto seizes control of the Cape Citadel missile base. On Professor X's orders, the X-Men fly to Cape Citadel and attack. Overcoming their youth and inexperience, they prevail. Cape Citadel is recaptured, but Magneto narrowly manages to escape. Despite that setback, Professor X proudly tells his team, "Well done." Amazing Fantasy #15, publication date, August, 1962, original price, 12 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $2,800 near mint, cover credits, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, Steve Ditko, interior credits, writer, Stan Lee, artist, Steve Ditko. Synopsis, at a science demonstration, high school student Peter Parker is bitten by a radioactive spider. The results are amazing. Peter gains super strength, super agility, the ability to stick to walls and an amazing danger warning spider sense, planning to use his powers to earn money as an entertainer and support the people who raised him. His Aunt May and Uncle Ben, designs web shooters and a costume and names himself Spider-Man. At his first TV appearance, he lets a thief escape, explaining that catching criminals is not his job. Tragedy strikes while several days later Peter arrives home to find that Uncle Ben has been murdered by a burglar. As Spider-Man, Peter catches a killer, only to discover that he's the very same thief whom he let escape days earlier. Realizing that with great power comes great responsibility, Spider-Man dedicates himself to a life of fighting crime as a superhero. The Punisher Volume 2 #1, publication date, July, 1987, original price, 75 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $6 near mint, credits, writer, Mike Barron, artist, Klaus Janson. Synopsis, in an effort to stop the flow of crack cocaine into the United States, the Punisher embarks on a plan that, if successful, would take him straight to the top drug overlord in Bolivia. First, the Punisher destroys a fortress-like crack house in New York City that belongs to the drug overlord. Then, he meets, is tortured by, and ultimately kills one of the drug overlord's top lieutenants. Throughout his bloody climb, the Punisher weaves a deception that, at the end of this issue, is about to net him his goal, an audience with the drug overlord himself. Journey into Mystery #83, publication date, August, 1962, original price, 12 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $750 near mint, credits, writers, Stan Lee and Larry Lieber, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, Dick Ayers. Synopsis, in this story, which features the first appearance of the mighty Thor, Dr. Don Blake, while on vacation in Scandinavia, stumbles upon a secret invasion by the merciless Stone Men of Saturn. Attempting to escape, Dr. Blake falls into a cave and is trapped when its entrance collapses. Using an old cane that he finds in the cave, Dr. Blake tries and fails to pry his way free. Angrily, he strikes one of the rocks with the cane. A bolt of lightning splits the darkness, and Dr. Blake magically transforms into the legendary Norse god of thunder, Thor. With his cane now the fabled hammer Mjolnir, Thor bursts from the cave and attacks the alien invaders, so complete is Thor's victory that the terrified stone men vow never to return to Earth. Amazing Spider-Man number 129, publication date, February 1974, original price, 20 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $185 near mint, cover credits, Ben Siler, Gil Kane, inker, John Romita, interior credits, writer, Jerry Conway, Ben Siler, Ross Andrew, inkers, Frank Giacoia and Dave Hunt. Synopsis: this issue featured the dramatic debut of the Punisher. The supervillain known as the Jackal had tricked the Punisher into believing that Spider-Man was a supervillain who had to be killed. The Punisher succeeded in surprising, trapping, and, in what appeared to be a fall to the death, accidentally killing Spider-Man, but Spider-Man escaped and tracked the Punisher to his hideout. There he turned the tables on the Punisher and revealed to him how the Jackal had duped and double-crossed him. Furious, the Punisher disappeared into the city, having vowed to make the Jackal pay in full for using him as a pawn. Avengers number 1, publication date, September 1963, original price, 12 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $725 near mint, credits, writer, Stan Lee, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, Dick Ayers. Synopsis: the evil Norse god of mischief, Loki, seeks revenge against his half-brother, the mighty Thor. Loki chooses as his pawn the Incredible Hulk. At first it looks as if Loki's plot to use the Hulk to destroy Thor will succeed, but the combined intervention and powers of the heroes Iron Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp expose Loki's treachery just in time. Together with Thor and the Hulk, they quickly defeat Loki. The success of their teamwork convinces the superheroes that they should combine to create a team that will protect the world against evil. Thus is created the Avengers. Amazing Spider-Man number 1, publication date, March 1963, original price, 12 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $2,750 near mint, cover credits, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, Steve Ditko, interior credits, writer, Stan Lee, artist, Steve Ditko. Synopsis: the tale opens with Peter Parker desperately trying to use his new Spider-Man powers to support his recently widowed Aunt May and himself, but his hopes are destroyed by the vicious editorial attacks of newspaper publisher J. Jonah Jameson. Not even after Spider-Man saves Jameson's son from certain death and stops a super spy known as the Chameleon, does Jameson stop printing his demands for Spider-Man's imprisonment. The story ends on a soul-searing cliffhanger, with the fear that Spider-Man will become mankind's ultimate menace. Giant Size X-Men number 1, publication date, June 1975, original price, 50 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $95 near mint, cover credits, Ben Siler, Gil Kane, inker, Dave Cocker, interior credits, writer, Len Wein, artist, Dave Cocker. Synopsis: the original X-Men have disappeared. To rescue them, and combat the increasing threat of evil mutants, Professor X desperately searches the world for good mutants to form a new team of X-Men. He finds them: Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Sunfire, Colossus, Storm, Banshee and Thunderbird, along with Cyclops, the only remaining member of the original team. The new X-Men discover and free the original X-Men. The two groups then unite to attack the original X-Men's captor, the awesome, gigantic evil mutant called Krakoa. After a spectacular battle, they defeat the monstrous menace, sending them away from the Earth forever, and in the wake of this victory, a new team of X-Men is born. Wolverine, Limited Series number 1, publication date, September 1982, original price, 60 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $15 near mint, credits, writer, Chris Claremont, Ben Siler, Frank Miller, inker, Klaus Janson. Synopsis: the mutant hero Wolverine journeys to Japan to find Mariko, the woman he loves but who unaccountably refuses to marry him. In doing so, he becomes a renegade who fights not only Mariko's husband and her father, but also the Japanese traditions of duty and honor. He refuses to bow to the crushing odds and to believe that he can never win back the woman he loves. Defeated in battle by Lord Shinjin, Mariko's father, he collapses. When he awakens, he finds himself in an alley in the Ginza district, so total Wolverine's emotional and physical defeat that he doubts that he can survive the night in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods of Tokyo. Incredible Hulk number 181, publication date, November, 1974, original price, 25 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $75 near mint, credits, writer Lynn Wein, Ben Siler, Herb Trimp, inker, Jack Abel, synopsis, the first appearance of Wolverine. While the Hulk was in the middle of a battle against the terrifying man-monster Wendigo in the wilderness of Quebec, the Canadian government sent its super-powered agent, Wolverine, into the fray. His mission: apprehend the Hulk, but after he defeated Wendigo, Wolverine's attempts to capture the Hulk resulted in an even bigger battle that flattened the surrounding countryside. Despite Wolverine's best efforts, the Hulk won, knocking out Wolverine with a thunderous blow to the head. Tales of Suspense number 39, publication date, March, 1963, original price, 12 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $875 near mint, cover credits, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, Don Heck, interior credits, writers Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, artist, Don Heck, synopsis, wounded in Vietnam, Playboy industrialist and inventor Anthony Stark is captured by communist soldiers and forced to work with the Vietnamese Professor Jensen to create new weapons for the communist war effort. Instead, the two collaborate on the creation of a powerful suit of armor that will keep Stark's injured heart beating, prolonging his life. But when Professor Jensen is murdered by his communist masters, Stark uses the armor to avenge his friend's death and escape from Vietnam. In memory of the man who saved his life, Stark vows to continue to use the armor to battle evildoers as the superhero Iron Man. Avengers number 4, publication date, March, 1964, original price, 12 cents, 1990 Overstreet price guide value, $325 near mint, credits, writer, Stan Lee, Ben Siler, Jack Kirby, inker, George Roussos, synopsis, after being found frozen in a block of ice in the Arctic by the superhero team known as the Avengers, Captain America returns to the USA for the first time since 1940s, and must come to grips with a modern world he doesn't understand. But his personal problems are put aside when he's forced to go into action to help the Avengers, who've been turned into stone statues by a marooned alien. Finally, after he rescues the Avengers, his newfound friends gratefully grant Captain America full membership into their team. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for upcoming videos for other cards categories. Subscribe and click notification.